Hello. Morning. How is it going? Hello, Poi. Welcome. I swear, my brain has become rotted. I was like, why did I say good morning? And it's like, oh, because my brain was gonna say G Marin. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cringe. You just posted cringe. I watched a large sequence of GG clips recently. So my brain has just been a little rotted. Just a tiny bit rotted. We're here though, we're existing, I am awake. Oh man. Yeah, how's it going? I have been I got rejected from that one job offer I got far in the interview process for, so doing great. Ah, damn, that sucks. Damn. Yeah, I feel like the worst part about that is that, like, you have to go so far in, and then they're just like, nah. Like, bro, what were the other steps of the interview process for? Fuck. You know, well. Damn. Gonna... I was debating on the way to say it, but it was more of like a literal or legitimate thing. I was like, you know, oh, are you gonna go throw yourself a pity party or something? But it was more in the lines of like, no, actually, like, but I guess I was gonna say I would like go with friends or something, right? And be like, damn, this shit sucks. It's not fair. It was supposed to be me, not him. But my understanding is you do not find as much comfort in food, so that is acceptable. Write them a strongly worded letter calling them out for wasting your time. Well, of course not. Obviously not. But that would be the based thing to do. Not my thing. I'll just need to keep applying to jobs. Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, that's fine. But sucks to hear. It's unfortunate. Good hustle, though. Ugh. Good hustle, good hustle. Yeah, I similarly also got word back from a few people, and then they, like, didn't really follow up. And it's not like... You laugh, but I'm not joking, but good luck on the job hunt. That's a rough place to be. Yeah, I guess my concern is that my understanding was that it was, like, a lab job. And I don't know how closely knit the community of people in labs are. I would be concerned about professional reputation, right? Which is why I was laughing in the sense of like, oh yeah, I would love to do that. Right, for literally being like... I think, literally, even if you made the most eloquently worded letter, it's just a like... Oh, this person's an asshole, right? Which sucks. That's like the worst, because you can't even legitimately be like, well, thanks for wasting my time. Like, there's some corpo shit, I'd absolutely call them out. Yeah, I don't know. They express some interest for if they have an opening in the future, so best to keep the door open. Yeah, exactly. And I know someone who basically the company they work at now, like, didn't have a job opening multiple times for the job that they applied there for, basically, right? Like, multiple times. They're just like, well, we just, like, literally don't have a job for you. Like, the thing you're applying for, we can't give you. But also, we don't have a job for you. And then later on, they had like a role made for them, was my understanding, or like they were contacted to be like, we have a job for you now. Right? So yeah, it's good to keep your relations open. The comment that I was gonna make was that yeah, unfortunately in my case, it's that someone who had an offer, like an open arm offer to me, contacted me, and then I sent back to them, and then they just like have not replied. So I was like, damn, that's interesting. Which, you know, it was a message through Discord, and then if that seems suspicious to you, I will remind you that it is in games. So it's not that strange. So might just need to poke them again. I was if they did not get back to me by Monday, I was gonna send them like an email or reach out via other methods. So if it's like actually a job you need the nepotism for, then maybe best not to call them out. Yeah, I mean, there was a pretty shocking statistic. It was something like the amount of jobs that get filled that are never posted is like actually 80% or something like that. It's insane. So you'd kind of go like, no, guys, just like apply for things. Like, it's like the job market is fair. It's super fair. Just apply and be better than the other people. And then it's like, shocking statistic. People just hire people that they know and like. Wow. Crazy. That's insane. Oh my god. Which is unfortunate because I guess for someone like me who's just very I would say pretty hyper independent, and like I think I'm good to the people around me, right? Like my colleagues that I've worked with like me, but to my best understanding, they like me. Is that like I haven't really expanded my bubble outside of that, right? I think it's really campy isn't the right term. Canned, like I don't like the false sense of trying to think. I don't like all the corpo bullshit that goes into like, oh, like go network. It's like, because some people I guess on YouTube also describe it the same way, where it's like, oh, if I saw a Sea Dog clip recently that was like, oh yeah, well if I want to do a collab with like Ludwig or Pete, is like two of his good friends, then I just call them up and then they're like, yeah, sure, let's do a thing. And then if they ask for something, it's like, yeah, sure, let's do a thing, right? Which obviously is like a perfect world scenario, right? That those people have the time and they want to figure it out and they can like find time to work together and stuff like that. But the implication here is that you don't really just like reach out to people that you have like no clue who they are. Like you don't cold call people. Like that's not real, right? So it feels like sending in an application to a job posting that might not even be real is like almost the same as cold calling someone, right? Friendly reminder that my bias is that I'm super doomer about these things. So like I just, I've also been informed that there are some job postings that people just put up to make it seem like they're looking for hires when they're not. It's just like, it's so ass backwards, dude. Like that's crazy. I love going through uni and making zero professional connections. It's so great how that doesn't hamper my prospects at all. Yep. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so my idea is that, like, networking, like, small N networking is just talking to people that you like. And, like, I don't know, sometimes that's being invested in what they're talking about. Like, I know one friend who's, like, a graduate from my program. And they're working on an indie project, supposedly. And they asked me, which I don't know how they got this thought. I don't know if it was because sometimes I allude at the fact that I've done, like, VTuber stuff, but I never really say, oh, like, I have done that. It's usually like, oh, I've worked on stuff, or, you know, anything about this. Like, sometimes I do stuff like that. And I have an example that is not connected to anything that I can show people. It's like, well, if you don't understand what that is, it is this, just for the record. The point is, this person talked to me and they were like, oh yeah, you're in, like, tech art or something, right? And I was like, unfortunately, no. I am not actually a tech artist. I know nothing about tech art, but they, you know, this is just, like, someone that I've talked to who appreciates, I suppose, talking to me. Like, it's not I guess that would be in the category of job postings that are never posted, but are given to someone. Which, again, I guess also using that statistic, I don't know what any of the... what's the term here? I don't know what any of the qualifiers are for that, so it's like, are they including, like, self-reported jobs that would have never been posted in the first place? Right, like things like this. Like open arm offers that, like, literally never would have been posted ever anyways. But I have no idea. So yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest debuff that I've ever been given in my entire life is I mean, like what would be the term here? It's one of those things where it's like, ah, man, like, don't be cringe and trying to think of a better way to say this. I keep people at arm's length very often. Like, that is I think that's something I wish I didn't have to accept, but outside of, I would say, pretty, like, close friends, I very much keep people at arm's length. So I think that has significantly hampered me, because they're, to my best understanding, other people who do not do that, and they just talk to everybody all the time. So their networks are significantly more robust, i.e. it makes it easier to find work. Is my claim. That's not all-encompassing. Obviously, it never is, but yeah. You'd think not needing much social interaction would be a buff, but professionally speaking, it is far from it. Yeah, and people like to peddle, like, this shit annoys me so much. Personally. And, like, I recognize that it's probably not even, like, referring to me because, you know, like, it's not like I don't talk to people, right? Like, I talk to my friends all the time. I have stream. I do find stream as an outlet for, like, social interaction, to feel like I am talking to other people, to feel like I'm interacting with other people, to feel like companionship, etc. But people always say, like, oh, but, like, humans, they're social creatures, man. Like, you gotta talk to people. And it's like, I'm pretty sure people have varying degrees of how much they actually want or need to talk to people. So, you know, that's fuck you, for lack of a better way of saying it. It's like I don't need to talk to much people. I'm perfectly fine working on 3 different projects by myself in my corner, and then every once in a while I just yap for 2 hours. Like, I don't know, man. I was going to talk about the Dustborn analysis, and I'm concerned. I'm concerned because I don't know, like... I wanted to go through every chapter, but I feel like it's a lot of writing. That was all. I was just writing the other day. What was the last thing that I wrote? It was, it was about the robot scene in the garage, where I was like, it was actually really cool that they let you not respond or say any of the stupid bullshit out loud. But this is dumb, because, like, this event is forced anyways, and it doesn't... But hey, I mean, at least. This is stupid. Yeah. Man saying, finally getting my shit together to build a career for myself like 8 years later. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough out there. It's tough out there. World is a tough place. Huh. Alright, well, now that, you know, now that we have reaffirmed in our little echo chamber of doomers that, you know, it's terrible. It's terrible and horrible out there. I had a total of 1 non-project related conversation this week to give a simple measure of my lack of interaction, and that conversation happened by random chance. It'd have been 0 had I had the reins. Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, like, I would hope or think that participating in stream is some kind of social interaction for you. I don't know. You know. Not in the sense that it's like, oh, I can't believe you would or would not consider this a thing. It's just like, for me, I objectively view the desire to talk to chat or perform a game, like perform while playing a game or something, like I view that as a social action. Like I am attempting to interact with people socially. So, but that's the thing, right? Is that I think for some people, right? I'm trying to think of like, I guess like good way to say it. Some people have issues when they go like, oh, well, it's like, I don't want to say the word parasocial, right? Because it's like, I don't think that's how you interact with this thing, right? It is a large part of what you could call my time spent socializing. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, so, like, I don't view it as parasocial. I don't think you do either, right? Based, I guess, on the fact that you seem to be a fairly pragmatic person. But I think some people, like, judge that, right? Like, they go, oh, like, that's a bad thing. Like, how dare you spend, like, most of your time socializing? Like, to me, it doesn't matter as long as you're cognizant of what you're doing and your needs are getting met. So it's like, if this is a place that, if I can offer a place where you seem to get good social interaction and that's good to you, then great. Awesome. I'm glad to provide that to you. That is my job as an entertainer, right? And lo and behold, the type of environment that I wanted to create, like even on the outset, was that this is a like friend-like environment. I don't really know what to say. It's like I didn't want to treat the people in my chat as if they are just like a random person. Like that was genuinely a goal of mine. And obviously that's not something you can do with every single person. Like there are people, but the thing is, right, like there are people who drop in like 3 months later, right? They'll just hop in like after 3 months. Like, I haven't seen him in 3 months, and I'm like, oh, like, shit, how's it going? Like, it's good to see you again. Like, I recognize your name. I remember you. Right? And obviously that becomes progressively more impossible, and to what degree you remember the people who actually show up in your chat. Like, I'm not suggesting that I'm, like, some greater than thou being or something. Like, that's not... that's not the claim. Right? But... my hope was to provide a more than surface level environment, I guess. Right? Is like to actually talk to people. You know, I think it was like a lofty goal, right? It's not like, oh, I go into every single stream being like, ah, yes, of course. Today I'm going to do the thing that I said that I was going to do, which was be extremely parasocial with people. It's like, no, I don't know. Perhaps there are other benefits to not... I think there are benefits to having other social relationships, I suppose, because we both acknowledge as the reality of, like, non-negatively, the reality of a parasocial relationship is that, like, we're just idiots chatting on the internet, you know, like, can't really do much more than that, right? Which I've also expressed, like, is never going to be. Shout out to all the people in my early days who were like... I will never forget that one Elden Ring stream where there was just someone actively hitting on me. That was so funny. That shit was just like... I just deadass had to be like, by the way, this is not... don't do that. Yeah, there are limitations. So the idea is that I enjoy talking to random strangers on the internet through this medium, and then I also have the other people who I hang out with in real life. So I feel like I have a balance between those things. I think genuinely there is a value to some degree of balance, because you can get different things from different social relationships, but also I don't think having a parasocial relationship with some kind of like content creator, like, I don't think that's abnormal, right? That seems like a thing that many people have, right? Even if they just like watch their content, like their YouTube videos, and then like comment on every YouTube video, like, that's the interaction for some people. So you're saying you want chat to start hitting on you? Of course, 100%, absolutely. This is where I say, ah, yes, of course, I would totally date a fan. 100%. Absolutely. Crazy. Did you see that Mari_EN clip where they talk about Five Guys Burgers and Fries? Man. God. Bath is back on. Oh god, I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. I almost don't want to ask. Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome to hell. Because we are doing paralogs. Of course, yeah. I mean, that's definitely always has been. Always has been. Yeah, welcome everybody. We're still in paralogs. This is the same week. We have been on this week this is the third week. This is literally the third week that we've been in the same 3 battles. This game is hard, dude. Like, it's difficult. Also, was there... I remember you are kind of low on stuff, yeah. Third week in the same week, exactly. So, I had a thought or idea for this one, which was that the trigger for having the reinforcements come out is Petra. So what I was actually thinking was we're going to make our way down here, we're going to hit around here, and then we're just going to stack everybody here to just gang blast the reinforcements here, and then Petra will like come back this way. So I think that is our goal. Everything up until when the reinforcements show up is pretty easy, like not that difficult, but it's the reinforcements being like way too many and all at the same time that ends up being a problem. So let's see what we can do. Hey Berg, welcome. Oop. How's it going?
What's my strategy?
How we are in the same. We're in the same week. Ah, she. We are in the same week. I love it.
Let's make this quick.
Oh. Ooh. These people have like 7 billion range? Oh, that person has 7 billion range. Ah. Do you have fetters equipped? You don't. You have the knowledge gem. I wonder if I can... Can I Hunter's Volley from here? No. It would be this tile. So maybe what I can do actually is I'll do this. And then I can draw back. Nice. In better news, Card and CL game is out and it's weird. I like it, but the gameplay is certainly weird. Yeah, I saw that it got released, and I wasn't sure whether or not it was a game that I should be playing. But I definitely saw it. Oops. What is it? I assumed it was just a Battle Network clone, but is it not? Like... Is it different than a Battle Network clone? Ah, I can zap this random guy in the forest. Get him! Not even close. Not even sweating. Not even concerned.
Appreciate it.
Guess I could have moved more people up, probably. So we are going to, as we normally do, fix our positioning mistakes by using Stride.
Thank you. That'll... Helpful.
Deck builder where you can't skip card rewards at all, and upgrades to cards apply to all copies of that card. So your deck will naturally coalesce into a Rube Goldberg machine. Interesting. You can't skip card rewards. That's very interesting. Huh. Yeah, so basically you're priced into... It's like if you don't have something that you're very priced into taking cantrips, I guess. Is the thing. Or neutral cards. So it's a deck builder. So you don't is there any movement in the game? Because it looked like there was a grid system where you move around and stuff, but does it just not? Well, because cards can be discarded for movement. Ah, okay. Nice. Okay. Is it real time or is it turn-based? Because, again, like, I just didn't really understand how they were doing the things, I guess.
Understood.
But yeah, my understanding for stuff like... I guess it... Like, the least offensive thing that you can take for your deck... Oh my god, this is awful. This is terrible. I can't deal with this one guy. the least offensive thing you can do for your deck is to draft a cantrip. So when in doubt, just draft a cantrip, probably. Getting 0 mana +2s is very important to get a mass of, or some other way to draw a bunch of cards. Fair.
My orders?
Take all the time you need to think, but enemies attack after X card plays, so just cantripping is bad. Okay. Alright.
I must pull through.
Right. So I guess that means if you can't be too focused on finding very specific cards. Because then you'll just cantrip too much and then lose. But yeah, I just assume that if you're given a card choice, then like it would be good to just draft cantrips. I mean, that's cool.
My teacher, leave me behind.
Alright, well maybe running in there with a Gambit was not the best idea. Maybe we're just gonna dirtle up because my brain isn't on yet, so I don't want to deal with any of this shit.
I must pull
So we're just gonna garrison up like this, maybe. Oh, but it's a bunch of magic casters, that's the problem, I think. Actually, yeah. Assault troop these people. Are you... Oh my god, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude.
More fighting.
Okay, let's try this again, except let's actually use our dancer this time so Edelgard can get a bit closer. So Edelgard's gonna get here and nuke this person. Okay. And then send you in. Oh.
Well done.
You usually have two major synergies in your deck that your strategy revolves around, and since you'll have 30 to 40 cards, the synergies have to be loose. You can't rely on seeing A plus B. Yes, that makes sense to me. But this person can't get there, is that correct? Oh, they can. So why aren't they attacking? Bernie Bear? Bernie Pegasus. Bernisus? The ship of Bernisus. How's it going, Sothis? Where'd you go? You're gone forever. Until you get married, maybe. I think you're like sub 5% to get married.
My orders? I will prevail.
You're always with me? Ah, shit.
Understood.
Just kidding. I didn't actually want this. Send it back! Send it back! I truly don't think I can explain the gameplay very well. It's really weird. Kind of like Slay the Spire meets Yu-Gi-Oh! In the style of Battle Network. Yeah, I mean, that sounds neat. Like, it sounds interesting. Really, oh, doesn't seem amazing. Really does not seem good. I'm surprisingly tired. It's the classic, like, why did I go to sleep last night again? Oh, it was, probably closer than it needed to be. To the time of waking up. That made a lot of sense in my brain. Oh, we have the Mpreg wall! I forgot, let's go! Alright. Pause, nice. Okay. Okay. The game has a feature where you can get a lap pillow on the mission select screen, so the game is good. Shit! Wait, damn it. Well, now I have to play it. Oh, man. I find it funny. It's just like... Video game features literally any form of... Video game literally features any form of... like, emotional support, physical interaction, I don't... Lap pillow. It features the lap pillow. 10 out of 10. Absolute cinema. Peak Kino. Like...
That shall do nicely.
Oh, man. You made the mistake of pre-ordering it on Amazon, and Fodlan is pretty far. With Shadow Generations. Which one is, yeah, that's their new Sonic game, yes. There's a new one. It's like Sonic and Shadow Generation something. I hope I'm getting this right and not sounding like a complete idiot. Because I'd be pretty embarrassed if I sounded like a complete idiot. Correct. Okay. Yeah, because I saw that, and I'm continuously surprised with how much better Sonic games look nowadays. Because my constant complaint with Sonic is that, like, the old games were kind of just bad. Like, they really needed good design in order to, like, make the games work. Right? Like, I remember people really liking Adventure 2 Battle, for example, right? Which I was one of those people. And then they would be like, nah, guys, the Chow Garden. And then it's like, okay. Like, which game are we playing? Are we playing the game about speed and having speedy sections where you go fast? Or are we playing the Chow Garden game? Because it's okay if you wanted it to be the Chow Garden game, but the reality is that the controls, mechanics, etc., whatever, of Adventure 2 Battle is bad. Like, it's just not good. Like, they weren't good. 06 was goated? Really? You think 06 was good? Like, my understanding was that that game was a zippy mess like the other ones. You've yet to play Adventure 2? I mean, like, listen, it's probably worth playing. Like... No, like, I have watched some playthroughs of 06. But not like in full and stuff. People played the game once and said it was bad because skill issue. I can't tell if you're serious. Right? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding was that people, like, it was a buggy mess. And again, it's like, in a game about going fast, why is it so hard to go fast?
I'm impressed.
Fans fixed up 06 in a mod called Project 06. Interesting. Loading screens and piss poor optimization and collision issues and bugs and life system with like a word. Yeah. The only actual glitch that would happen is Wave Ocean. Very buggy and too many loading screens. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that I want to outline, is that, like, listen. Come on, man, Chow Garden was cute and fun. Yeah, well, again, I don't have an issue with people liking the Chow Garden. You can like the Chow Garden. But I'm saying that, like, if you're at a restaurant, right, and you get, like, you get literally served shit spaghetti. Like, spaghetti and someone, like, defecated in the food. And you're like, wow, this is inedible. I'm not going to eat this. Please take this back to the kitchen. And they're like, okay, would you like dessert? And then you offer, like, they offer, like, a butter tart. And then the butter tart's pretty good. Right? You wouldn't say that the spaghetti was good. Or that, like, you know, you could say that the experience of the restaurant was fine. And you liked the butter tart at the restaurant. And you can overlook the shit spaghetti. But you can't claim that the shit spaghetti is good based on the butter tart being good. Right? Like, we can delineate. So my problem with early Sonic games is that the Sonic parts, like the parts that are about going fast, like, had a severely lacking amount of design behind them. So you would try to go fast and then just, like, run into walls and shit. So that's why I was like, okay, so there's this claiming skill issue here. But unfortunately, due to my background in game design, I cannot blame the user for being unable to play a video game. Right? Like, that's just not a lens you are allowed to have as a designer. Because it is almost certainly your fault that the people cannot perform your game. Right? And that's, like, the most extreme lens that you can apply, right? Like, it's hyperbole. But realistically, like, really realistically, like, the games have come a long way in allowing people to go fast and actually be able to react to their surroundings. Right? Like, it's about making the areas more open. Right? It's about being able to see what's happening next. Right? I thought innovations with, like, dashing and stuff were really good. Like, having the dash meter. Because I believe that is just part of the games now. So you can dash when it is appropriate. More similar to a racing game, I guess. You can find places to dash where it is appropriate to do so. My understanding is that there are also cues to do so. Hey, Messenger, thank you for the 22 months. Thank you. The best part of Chow Garden is when your little guy suplexes some other little guy into the ground. Yeah, fucking get him, John! Fuck him up, John! Sorry, I don't know if I welcomed you in, Lord, but welcome. Okay. There's actually glitches, but most people find the glitches and wonder why they're stuck. Yeah, I was gonna say that the playthrough that I watched or have seen a non-zero amount of was the Grumps. The OG Grumps. Playing it at the time. I was gonna say in 06, but I don't actually know when they played it. Even without the bugs, most of the levels are very boring and lack any real depth of gameplay. Better than Forces? My understanding was Forces was, like, kind of good. Forces was hold one button and that's it? Yeah, I don't know. My problem, I guess, is that I haven't actually played these. Like, I've only watched them. Because I don't really want to play Sonic games. I think I've said this before, but I really, really don't care about like, gotta go fast. So cool. Chili dogs. Right. Unfortunately, this person is just not my cup of tea. I really, really do not resonate with this basically at all. Do not resonate with the character designs. Do not resonate with the gameplay. But all of that being said, again, my core point is that, hey, there are people who care about this thing. There are people who have a fantasy of going fast. They want to feel cool. Like, memes aside, it's like, how do you make something cool, right? Like, how do you feel cool when you're doing something, right? Like, what I think of is like dashing through sections, like dodging bullets and shit. Or like going so fast and just bowling shit over. Which is why I thought that the dash mechanic was really good, right? I was like, this is a perfect solution. Because, again, maybe it was too simplified, but my understanding is, okay, well, if you see something that you feel like, oh, that's like a big blockade or something, press the dash button, right? That makes you feel cool because you're empowered. You're like, that big obstacle in front of me, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna dash through it, right? So that's great. That's awesome. That's like a really smart way of using a game mechanic to empower the player, right? So that's what I can appreciate it for, right? It's not my place to care about the subjective disagreements of like what people think is cool or not cool. I just want to know like how to make it. Metal Gear Solid Revengeance? Yeah, exactly. Like that's another game where it's like, oh, how the fuck am I gonna deal with that? And then Raiden just explodes it. It's like, yeah, great. Or you cue the rules of nature and just slash the thing into a million pieces, right? So, yeah. Play something peak like Dustborn, of course. I mean, it's looking like the script is going to be like 3 hours or something. I mean, I don't want to... Probably shouldn't set any expectations, but... Generations' Doom Power made me laugh though because like it's just Prototype. Kids these days never seen Prototype. Which one's Prototype? Is that... I feel like I should know what that game is. It's a game, right? It's like called Prototype? Or am I thinking of something else? 8% to hit, huh? Man, I should clearly talk about Sonic more often. And I guess Dustborn. Starvin Marvin is just like... He really wants me to talk about Dustborn. Peak Dustborn. An early-ish Xbox 360 era game? Yeah, okay, so I was thinking about the right one. I actually haven't played Prototype. I've seen it, though. I know the box art. Like, I can picture it in my brain. Who needs to get up there? Maybe... Oh, do they have Vantage? Does this fucking Archer have Vantage? Of course this Archer has Vantage. Kill me.
Thanks.
Goddamn auto-target. Fucking auto-target looking ass. Goddamn. Oh, can't Vantage me from here, idiot. My favorite Sonic game is Unleashed for the Xbox. Yeah, I think that is in the realm of the games where they still hadn't figured out how to like make people go fast. I've played Unleashed though. It was alright. It's alright. It's an early sandbox game, so the genre was still kind of finding its feet at the time. Never finished it because there came a point it was so samey it just got boring. Reasonable. Did you play the Wii or the Xbox version? I think I played the Wii version. Did it matter?
There is still...
I will stand up for the Werehog sections in Unleashed. They weren't exactly good, but they were better than the daytime sections at least. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's definitely one of those things where it's like, I just don't want to...
great.
I just don't have to, like, think about this stuff. Like, I listen, I don't... I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I just think about, like, the Werehog even existing, and I go, like, I don't know. Oh, like, what fresh cringe are we printing today, boys? Like, I don't... Like, guys, I'm gonna transform into the Werehog. Damn. when I'm out here cranking the Werehog. Yo, and when I'm cranking the Werehog. Who up? Who up? And better than whatever the hell was going on in 06. I mean, fair. Yeah, I mean, the Werehog sections kind of just reminded me of, like, Jak and Daxter. Like, I was a big fan of Jak 2 and 3. So it kind of just reminded me of Dark Jacks. Get Jaxed. Well, maybe I can move things back. And then my obvious personal preference, which I don't even remember at this point in time, like, what you actually did in that form, now that I think about it. All I remember was there was an infinite flying glitch. Which is... In Jak 3, there was Light Jak. And I thought that was cool, because I like angels. I like angels more than the sketchy, the dark stuff. Oh, wait. I'm repositioning everybody back here, but actually what I wanted to do was clear this first before I do the thing. I'm just gonna end my turn. Warwick stages on Wii were divided into 3 acts, which for some countries were rather distinct from each other, instead of 1 act in 1 location. Ah, I see. Really? So they just completely... Shadow has exactly 0 games with good story. Man, I didn't know the people in my audience were such Sonic stans. I was not aware. I mean... Oh, shit. Wait. Catherine has the commander buff. Oh, right. I remember actually the problem with doing this. I remember what the problem was with doing this, which was that we need to stop the horse commander on the other side of the map. So we're gonna have to reposition really fast after we gank these guys. Can I just kill Catherine here? Oh shit, I have like no... I have no durability. Pilot loves Sonic? Of course. How did you know? Blue Hair Gang! aside from gassing up Werehog Sonic, I said nothing but negative opinions on Sonic, so I wouldn't exactly call myself a stan. That's fair. I don't know. Maybe it was just Berg and Sothis. Because Berg, I mean, I feel kind of bad, because, again, like, I don't... Listen. The purpose of judging the thing, right? The purpose of expressing my opinion. How do I say this? How do I express this opinion? It's that, like... Whenever there's an opinion of disgust or personal dislike, I am very strongly of the opinion that it's like, it's not that complicated. You know what I mean? You can like the thing that you like. It's not a problem. But I do find it funny, like the joke that I make with my friends all the time is like, I do find it funny to say something like, I mean, it's fine to be objectively wrong when they're clearly saying an opinion. I'm like, it's fine. Like, you're allowed to have the objectively wrong opinion. Like, there's no problem with that. Which I just think is funny to say out loud. That's it. That basically encapsulates what I'm trying to say. Or hopefully it does, I don't know. But yeah. Is my...
Your spirit is
I definitely do not like many aspects of Sonic. There are many things I do not like about it.
I can't.
But I guess, interestingly, I mean, again, this is not to put... Like, let me think about it. Because I don't really want to, like, put people on blast, right? Because, you know, Berg is a very, for example, I think, good chat member. I appreciate Berg existing, lurking, sometimes has some things to say. But in the same way that you could look at the Fire Emblem fandom and then be like, man, listening to people talk about the overarching narrative discourse in Fire Emblem is obnoxious. I think I could go my entire life without... Like, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't... I don't know, man. Like, I'm sorry, man. But I don't know, man. Right? So I think it's really hard to say that you would denounce an entire game because of its fandom. Because I think realistically, like, every fandom is bad. Honestly. Like, it's the Doomer take. Big surprise. I really want to stop using Doomer to, I guess, not explain myself, describe myself. But it's like, every fandom is cringe. I think it'd be really hard to write off the Sonic fandom specifically for being cringe, because all fandoms are pretty fucking cringe. But I will not hesitate to say it's definitely on there when I think, do I want to go interact with Sonic? And then I think of the fandom, and then I go, I don't know if I want to interact with Sonic. Oh, you know who is a based Sonic-pilled individual, though? Korone. She seems to like Sonic and is based.
Thanks.
That is the one person who gets a pass in my mind. I'm gonna just, like, throw Fatal Guard at them and then stun a bunch of people. Based Sonic Ambassador. Who's the VTuber? Wait, do you not know the legendary Inugami Korone? Oh, fuck, I don't have a Gambit. She's the man, the myth, and the legend. Literally all of them. Orone from Hololive is the Sonic ambassador. She has a Sonic model. I saw a VTuber sing Sonic Heroes. Is that her? Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that that is her title, and that's fucking based. Yeah.
I won't let this hold me back.
Sorry, let me actually catch up with chat. Wouldn't say I'm a stan. I'm more interested in observing Sonic and the Sonic fandom, like, for scientific purposes. Yeah, they're like guinea pigs. Yeah. The problem is when they think it is fact and spread false information. When did this become a Sonic discussion? Wait, what do you mean? Well, we were talking about Sonic for the last, like, half an hour, I think. And I was basically saying that I appreciate that Sonic games have developed in a way that I think that the modern Sonic games actually are able to deliver on the fantasy of being cool and going fast. Like, I genuinely think that the games deliver on... I'm gonna just back up. I think I need to go a little bit faster because I forgot there's a time limit for them spawning. So I'm just gonna, like, go back a number of turns. So we stacked here. Maybe what I want to do is... Yeah, it's unfortunate because, like, here, basically, start here, we deal with that. But basically, people need to, like, catch up at this point, and that's kind of the problem here. Yeah, so... What was I saying before that? Yeah, I'm impressed that the game's can actually deliver on the fantasy. I think that's a huge W for game design. And that's cool. People, you can enjoy the stuff you enjoy. That doesn't mean I'm not going to judge you, though. Does not mean I don't want to push you into a locker.
That shall do nicely.
I'm awake.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like...
Understood.
Because I think for me it really is just the fandom. Like, I just... Whenever I think about it, I think of, like, the stereotypical Sonic fan, and I, like, go, I can't associate with this.
I will prevail.
The turn cap on the reinforcements is turn 10. Before that, you need to move Petra close to trigger them. Yeah, it's like the trigger is here, is my understanding. So, okay, so we have a number of turns.
More fighting.
It's like somewhere past this line or something. So, I don't know, let's try moving up and then see what happens.
I do this for all of us.
But yeah, I think it's the same kind of thing with Fire Emblem. Which, again, you know, like... I think I just like enjoying things in a vacuum, okay? Like, fucking sue me, okay? I don't feel the need to tell people that Edelgard is my waifu. You know, like, this is not actually important. I don't feel the need... Well, I guess in this case I would say Lysithea, but, like, I don't... No one needs that information, and I don't need anyone to affirm that information to me to know that it's real. Right? Like, this is why I do not like fandoms. Because once you have the need to share that with another person, right, you end up with people who are like, they're fucking, like, 70 chapters deep into their... It's like, how much do I want to shit on people who completely don't deserve it, right? Like, they absolutely do not deserve any of the hate I'm sending them. But like, listen, if you are 70 chapters deep into your self-insert fanfiction, like, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Like, if you're writing it for yourself, Godspeed. But if you are, like, sharing with me, very specifically, your self-insert harem fanfiction of Sonic, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Right? It's really, really hard for me to, like, to not judge you. It's really difficult, man. And I try to not be a judgmental person. Right? Because ultimately, again, I'm of the opinion that it's like, whatever, man. Like, share what you like with people. Have your sense of community. Like, you know, feel good about the things that you do. I think everyone deserves to live their best life. Like, that's what I feel like at the bottom of my heart, right? But, like, man, like... it's just really hard sometimes. It's really hard not to judge, man. I'm sorry. Sue me for being human. Which, for the record, I also don't actually have issue with fanfiction writers. I know a couple in my life, actually, and they, you know, it's just a creative writing exercise. Who gives a shit, right? But what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to engage with a fandom because I'm not interested in reading your 70-chapter self-insert harem fanfiction in Fire Emblem. I'm good. I'm good, fam. Guess how many therapists need therapists themselves? You know what that means? Well, what?
Inspired.
Write a fanfic now? It's like... Tags. Emblem. Oh shit, I think I moved Petra too close. Fuck, I fucked this up. Hold on a second. Pause. Yeah, fuck. Shit. I lost it for a second because I was too busy trying to not get destroyed by, I don't know, fandoms.
Ready for anything.
More fighting.
Well, here they need therapists. That's called supervision. Damn shit. Yeah, sorry, welcome, Gwen. I was trying to walk the line of not pissing off fandoms while also trying to explain that fandoms are a little cringe and that I do not want to participate in them, and that I have friends to talk to about things when I want to talk about things. I don't need to spread that cringe to anyone else. Which, to be fair, I think people would say the same thing as VTubers, or of VTubers, right? Where it's like,
I do this for all of us.
my Ferdinand looks really good. Well, thank you. I don't actually know if he's good or not good, but the problem with Ferdinand in this run is that if he's dying, then I have to chastise him. But if he's not dying, then I guess he's doing a good job. It's very conditional, you see. My love of Ferdinand.
Thank you.
You gotta avoid. He's good.
Sally forth.
Yeah. But people would say the same thing as, or of like the VTuber fandom, just for the record. And I think in a similar boat, it's like it's like taking waifu culture unironically, or, you know... I think there are, like, people... No, I don't think there's a really good way of, like, elucidating this point. Wait, what the fuck? I didn't even move Petra. Is this... Oh, because it's turn 10. Oh. Well, I seem to be in a bit of a conundrum. You still have a gambit? You have one gambit. Kind of is here for people who don't have friends. This is not an insult. Yeah, I guess, like, finding people... It's for people who need to find connection on the things that they like who don't have it readily available to them. I think that's what I would say. And that is accurate. And I think that that's fine. Right? Like, I don't have issues with that. But it is not for me. It's not for me.
A great.
I owe you.
Ferdinand always looks good. Yeah, Ferdinand von Ayer always looks amazing. Incredible, even. Gotta love Ferdinand von Ayer.
Inspired. No time for accolades.
Oh shit, I already used the dancer. How am I gonna kill this archer? Probably not with a ranged attack, huh? Oh shit, Leonie can get all the way over here. That's crazy. Wait, shit. Leonie can get over there and then she will die immediately. Do I have... We have 2 durability. 28, 49. It should work. Okay. Sure, I could see an argument for that. I mean, generally, I'm gonna extrapolate a little bit, but it's like, the unfortunate thing is that, hey, if, like, things that are generally mocked in the, I guess, greater, mocked by normies, I guess. I don't really know how else to say that. Right? That doesn't make sense, though, in this context, right? Like, it's not... They're... Yeah, normie is not the right term when comparing. It's like, because those people are more so just discriminatory. Right? But the unfortunate thing is that when there are limited spaces to talk about things in general that you like, whether that is related to your sexuality or just a nerd interest, it is unfortunate that the only place people can get that is, again, a particular place. Which probably isn't that big of a problem, realistically. It's like, well, as long as these people can still, like, find and support each other, it's probably not a problem. Right? But, like, I don't take issue with online relationships. Right? I just don't really participate in them. Like a hermit. Which is also probably why I'm such an unsuccessful content creator. Because I don't want to fucking talk to anybody sometimes. I don't I don't tether out. There's people who want to show up, show up. You get this cringe. Guys, if we want to talk about cringe fandoms, guys, I mean, we gotta acknowledge the elephant in the room, right? If there is anyone in the Flaris fandom, you know you are branded with cringe. I'm sorry. There's you're A+ grade A cringe beef. If you're in the Flaris fandom. You're inconsolable. Can't be saved. We're all cringe. I'm a cringe panda baby.
Good form.
That is simply the cost of showing up. You are now cringe. You are now inflicted with cringe. Cringe is dead. I like what I like. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's like... What is it? Cringe, I think, is like a descriptor for the relationship between, like, judgment, shame, guilt, etc. And I guess, for me, I think there is a value in understanding that it is an emotion that we have that exists. Right? But it doesn't, for the most part, dictate my life, I guess. I think the unfortunate part of cringe is leaving my family cringe. The unfortunate part of cringe is that if you want to maintain social relationships, understanding what is cringe is probably good. You know, like for people who are not widely in the VTuber sphere, for example, like acquaintances who are not, I guess the idea is that it's like, I can have work friends or acquaintance level friends, right? Because I'm not going to spout at them about how much I love Gigi Murrin. She is my Oshi. I love this person. Which I guess you kind of go like, well, why? So cool, because they're unapologetically a cringe fanfic writer, and she doesn't give a shit because she likes the things she likes, and that's fucking based. So there's that. But the point is that probably good to understand what the signal of cringe means, but also ain't nobody got fucking time to live their life like that. That's more cringe. Also, I guess the other aspect of it, right, is that, like, this turn fucking sucks. I'm just realizing. Maybe Ferdinand doesn't die. The other aspect of cringe, I suppose, is that people, like, apply cringe to too many things, right? So, I don't care what's cringe to, like, some random person on the internet who has literally nothing to do with my sphere of interests, right? It's like, who gives a shit? There are people who are, like, there are people who don't even like Fire Emblem at a base principle or concept. Like, they think that this game, for example, is cringe. By virtue of having anime characters in a game, or by virtue of this game being a tactical RPG, or literally any reason, right? Like, it goes back to logic. So, people find things cringe for whatever reason, like either their personal experiences or whatever logic they want to populate in their head, right? So, the differentiating factor is, like, do I care about this person's opinion, right? So, in my acquaintance-level social relationships, I can choose to respect the people around me by not burying them in my cringe. I don't feel the need to express 100% of myself with every single person who I talk to. But I think there are people who, for example, internalize the judgment or voices of everyone around them, right? So it's like every single person, for example, on social media who has any inkling of not liking the thing that you like, right? Like, it's like, oh, don't you feel cringe for existing? And then look at all these people who don't like your thing. It's like, yeah, but they're a bunch of nobodies. Like, I don't care, right? But I guess what I'm saying is the utilitarian lens that I apply to cringe is that it is a good indicator for shame and what things I should not be doing in a social interaction, which is yelling from the top of my roof about how much I love Gigi Murin, who is my Kami Oshi. I love saying those things ironically, but sure, I've watched a lot of Gigi recently. I recently had to explicitly tell a friend of mine that I could not show him my YouTube account when the topic came up because I couldn't live with revealing my power level. Yeah, it is. That's reasonable. I can't imagine you were looking for advice, but that is why you have a normie alt. If you have a normie alt that you can log into, that makes it a lot easier. Fuck, I'm in about the same scenario as last time. I cannot, I am incapable of stopping the tide of commanders. God damn, we're so fucked.
I will not let down
It's so fucking Jover, dude. Is having cancer cringe, Lysithia? Yes. That's a fair take. When I think of cringe, I think of people having less than healthy, self-deprecating relationships with things that they struggle to admit they genuinely enjoy. Yeah, and I agree. I also think that that's unhealthy, and I think that being able to acknowledge when you like something and then like not having anybody to talk to about it like really sucks, which is why I think at the end of the day, again, it's like, okay, well, having a fandom or having people who are genuinely as excited about the thing that you are is a good thing, and I don't have a problem with it, right? It's just that because there is a tendency for there to be an amalgamation of the people who are very excited about the thing in a fandom, both, in my opinion, based on averages. Like, in averages, you will probably find one or two people who are, like, very extra and over the top, but I find it hard to find people who are, like, closer to the middle of enjoying something, where it's like, I enjoy this thing, this is what I enjoy about it, but it's not like my entire life, right? It's actually part of the reason why I struggle speaking to game designers a lot of the time, because there are a lot of people, or I guess I could say, there are some people within the design sphere who are very, like, politically polarized, right? So it's impossible to have a conversation with them about just, like, mechanics and mechanics being cool, right? Because they're just, like, so, like, political pill, right? And then the other half of people are just like, I can't explain that a mechanic results in emergent gameplay, or that the way that they posture speed in Sonic games is important, right? It's just not really, I don't know. Story and game mechanics need to match up 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying that it is hard to find companionship towards the like 60 to 70% range of caring about something, because I don't personally want to talk to someone who is turned up to 150%. I find that very overbearing and hard to deal with, which is nothing against those people. They can live their best life, but it is a little too difficult for me to talk to that person. Yeah, and also, I guess, like, when you think of things like card games, for example, you have people who are, like, extremely competitive, for example. And it's like, I consider myself a moderately competitive person. Where it's like, I care a little bit, but I'm not like super competitive pill-brained. Right? Like, I'm interested in seeing... The thing that is always interesting to me about card games, as in general, right, is the degree of complexity of interactions that can occur in a board state emergently. Like, I played the most wild game where there was a stacks piece. The thing about stacks pieces is that if it's a creature, it should die very quickly, right? Usually there's one person at the table who just, like, does not understand that stacks piece is saving their life. So it gets removed. Or, by virtue of it being a creature, it gets board wrapped. Like, it's gotten rid of, or something. And then I played, like, a 20-turn CEDH game where this, like, fucking 2 toughness stacks piece just didn't die the entire time. And it was, like, a huge piece of contention for whether or not, like, the game proceeded or not. So, yeah, I think I even played another game where I didn't counter someone's 7-mana Elishnorn. This was a different time. Didn't counter their 7-mana Elishnorn. And then I just, like, didn't remove it for, like, 5 turns because the other 2 players were aggro players. So they couldn't resolve a creature under this Elishnorn. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'll get rid of it later. Also, don't attack me, please. So, my point is that the thing that I find interesting about card games is the emergent board states that you can end up in by virtue of the randomized nature of a deck of cards. Because you can have some wacky shit, right? It's an exercise in discovering the different crazy dumb things that you can do with the cards in your hand, right? So if I think in my head, what does that card on the board mean for the context of the cards in my hand? And then there's like a question mark there where it's like, oh, I might need to like look up a ruling. Or like, I don't know what the ruling would be there, for example, right? You know, I wouldn't tell someone like, oh man, I'm a keener and I like looking up card game rulings in my spare time, right? It's just that I like playing the game, and then if there are emergent things that happen in that game that are interesting, then I can be excited about those. And it's also not like, well, I'm gonna go out of my way like 7 days a week to in search of the next crazy interaction that I have. It's like, well, I'll play the game every once in a while, and then if there's a funny interaction, I'll probably remember it. Right? So that is my complicated relationship with... I don't like talking to people who are so absurdly over the top that they are literally upset. You're literally obsessed with them. You want them so bad. Because I find those people, like, overwhelming to talk to. But also, I don't really want to talk to people who don't know what they're talking about. Like, where's the balance? Where are the other balanced individuals? They don't exist. That is my doomer pill take. They literally don't exist. They're fake. They're not real. Yeah. Was that enough of a rant? Did that make literally any sense? Okay. They're afraid of their judgment of some nebulous other. I alone am the balanced one. Of course. You know, probably a good idea, especially since I could then use that normie alt and not have to use this fucking profile picture and name for the job seeker emails. Yes. I don't want to say that I am surprised, but it's one of those, like, common logic things that you would think, it's like, oh yeah, people probably know this. It's like, well, not really. If you don't think to do it, then you don't do it. Right? Also, this turn's not gonna work because I was too busy ranting and also losing. Ah, they spawn on turn 10. We have 7 divine pulses. Oh man. But yeah, I also say it somewhat in hyperbole. I think I surround myself with good friends, just for the record. I do like the people I spend time with. It's probably because the normal fans are the quiet ones. Same problem with any internet space. The vocal minority aren't a good representation of the whole. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is that, like, it's hard to find other people who are just normal, quiet fans. Because the normal, quiet fans are the people that I talk to, and then I don't feel the need to find more normal, quiet fans. Right? Like, they're the people in my life. So therefore, I do not have the need of a fandom. Right? I guess that's the bottom line. But at the same time, I think that view is probably not the most effective for someone who wants to be a content creator, which makes me sad a little bit. It's like, if I could afford to be a little bit more invested in the things that I care about, right? Then maybe people would resonate more. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Okay. How do I group correctly so that on turn 10, on turn 7, so that we are prepared for when these idiots come out? Because what I want to do, you still have a stride charge. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to deal with the 4 people except for Catherine, and then stride to the right. Because there are going to be horsemen. So I guess I could split my forces. Like, I could leave Petra and the Dancer to deal with 2, and then I don't know how I'm going to deal with the archers. Which maybe I need Lysithea, and then another ranged attacker, Bernadetta, Dorothea, and then I'll send everyone else, which is Lynn, me, Leonie, like all of these people. I think can afford to aggro the next set.
What's my strategy?
Right. I probably should not put myself in the forest, though. Actually, you know what? I should probably not even be, like, fighting this person.
My orders?
Almost attack this person. I think I was supposed to know that that wasn't going to work.
Sally forth! Thanks.
Very nice.
That shall do nicely.
I don't know why Catherine being right next to Lysithea is so funny. Wait, what? I don't know either.
Ready for anything.
I asked one friend once if they liked Hanneman. They said, he was a piece of shit. I hate the fact that the game makes him look correct. And I asked if you like Manuela. She's the best character. Hey, man, I mean, some people just like girl failures. It's fine. It's fine. Like, it's fine. Also, what's wrong with Hanneman? What's the problem with Hanneman? Hanneman's fine. Wait, what? That's bizarre. He's just a dork. He's just a dorky old guy who likes crests. What's his problem? What's your problem? I think I also actually there was something like Hanneman got his nobility revoked. Either he abandoned it or he got his nobility revoked, right? I thought that was a very interesting characterization. Because he's just like, nah, man, I want to research crests. Does it matter if I'm a noble? Who gives a shit? I just want my crests and stuff. My opinion is the complete opposite from the very start. I disliked Manuela and adored Hanneman. I've since cooled off my disdain for Manuela. I mean, she's just a wine mom. It's fine. Manuela is just base wine mom. I think I'm actually going to send Yuritsa here, too. Oh, I forgot. I was going to send Bernie to this place. And Ferdinand can figure this. Are we on turn 8? Okay, so we have one more turn to set up. Are there enough recruitable non-student characters to make up a whole squad? Well, you can deploy a squad that does not... like, not a full squad. But the squads are 10 to 11, and then you can recruit, like, Catherine, Shamir, non-student, right? Catherine, Shamir, Alois, Manuela, Hanneman, that's 5. I guess Gilbert, depending on what run you're on. Like, Gilbert, Yuritsa, or Setef, that's 6. I don't know who else. He chose to rid himself of his noble status when leaving the Empire. Yeah, exactly, which is like hella based. Flayn is technically a student. Cyril is not a student. Or like, the only reason Flayn is in your... like, the conditions of her being there are that she's your student. So I wasn't sure to count her or not. But Cyril for sure, that's 7, I think. Okay, let's put you here. You here. Yeah, things are spawning next turn. 32 to hit. Okay. Don't really count Flame because she doesn't come with any of the base houses. Any of the base houses. Doesn't come with any of the base houses. Oh, that's... yeah. Yeah. Okay. You could get most of a 12-ish man squad worth of non-students because you'll still probably have your House Lord and Byleth. Yeah, because I guess you're like forced to deploy the House Lord in like story missions and stuff, so there's that. The answer needs to stay here. These guys can move up. Okay. Well, hopefully this works out. Hopefully this works. Oh, man. This is hell. This is what it looks like. If you've ever wanted to know hell, this is what it looks like. Killing, thing at the back. 52 to hit. Can't tell if there's a better way to do that. Does Lysithea still have... She's not. Best we got. Now we have these attacks to deal with the last people. Oh, you're so close, Bernie. Uh, 62. Can be even closer. How about this? 92. Nice.
Not bad.
Fuck! God damn it, dude. Right, he has thunder. Thank God. Holy shit, I was about to lose it. My brain was about to explode. Okay. We managed to avoid drowning. We managed to avoid drowning. Can I just, like, nuke this, I want to see if I can nuke the armored person. God, why can't you double? Please. Oh, because I was attacking the wrong person, that's why. Oh my god. And I figured it out. I do this. That's hilarious. Edelgard, I'm gonna kick your ass! Holy moly. Missed my message? Oh. In more detail, she talks about how she met a lot of guys like him. Basically, bad life experiences made her hate him from the start and will not change her mind. And... Oh, your friend said that about Hanneman? I mean, I'm curious what that person thinks the result of those things are. Like, what? Is it an intelligent person or a person with an ego? Like, what is the thing here? Exactly. What are they referring to? Right? Both? I mean, I don't know. I think it's like a little too vague, right? Which maybe I don't really feel the need to judge people on vibe checks. Or, like, on their own personal vibe checks. It's probably fine, right?
I'm awake.
Yeah. I guess sometimes I just, like, have a bit of skepticism to people who are like, nah, my intuition is 100% right all the time. You know? It's a little sus.
Strategy?
Just a little suspicious. It's mad. I guess there's just a part of me that values doubt or humility.
Ready for anything.
This attack order is different, so maybe this works this time? Nice.
My orders?
Oh, fucking Vantage. Why did a melee person have Vantage? My divine intuition has told me to watch this stream. Awesome. Well, welcome, Snake. But yeah, it's like, I know that there are people who are like, well, the vibes are off. I think vibe checks are real and important and exist, right? God must hate you. Yeah, honestly. These types of people are always bad is kind of what you say when trust in humanity is very low. Well, yeah, because it's kind of like, well, what part rubs you the wrong way, right? Like, I would be hard-pressed to understand what part there is to actually detest about anime. You know what I mean? It's like, I could understand, like, not wanting to talk to this person, because maybe in the same vein of, like, well, they're a little too involved in what they're doing, so maybe, like, I wouldn't be super interested in talking to them. Like, they're a little deep in their research, you know what I'm saying? Like, so maybe that's worth pointing out. But, oh, can I Mpreg wall?
Thank you.
Oh, fuck, they can still They can still attack me. And these people are just stuck over here.
More fighting.
If Bernie stands here, and then I do this, and then oh shit! But then the dancer is gonna be oh well, okay. This doesn't actually work, does it? Well, this is unfortunate. I could have thought about that for at least 0.5 more seconds, and then maybe it would have been good. Unfortunately, I did not think for more than 0.5 seconds, which means we are in this shit together.
Understood.
Kill. Nice. I needs to catch up. Oh, thank God. They're not in attack range now. Can I get Ferdinand up to the front lines beside Byleth? The square. But basically, I just want to obstruct this a little bit so they can't get to Edelgard. Like that. Oh my God! Oh, nice! I'm impregnable! Or not impregnable. There we go. It's the impregnable, the not pregnable wall. I am not referring to myself as a wall. Oh my God. Ugh. The blaze. Don't really know how to deal with this one, Chief. Not looking too good. And they just like have, do they have pass or something? Or just like 7 billion movement? They just have more movement. Can I... No, you have the commander tag, so I cannot do that. Critting this is 3654, that doesn't work. Hanneman's sister literally died because of mistreatment from her husband for not having a crest. He hates men like that husband, so I don't understand why my friend hates him either. Well, yeah, I think it's because it's, like, non-specific, right? So, like, elucidating specifics or details helps when trying to understand people, right? So, even if you don't agree with it, you can understand, for example, that I do not typically associate myself with fandoms. And now you know why, because I explained it to you, hopefully. So even if you're like, no, I find a lot of value in fandoms, and I find it a little strange that you don't interact with them or whatever. Or you're just like, okay, sure, well, I get something out of it, but I can see where you're coming from, right? It is the value in having specifics, but basically what you've told me about this person is that they're saying things that are very vague, but I do not understand. So, if I were to actually talk to them, I'm sure I would learn more. But I think that's basically the limitations of what I'm capable of understanding based on what you've told me, right? They're like, there's nothing to be done. I'm sure they have their reasons, right? But there's, like, I can't really comment more, is all I'm saying.
One step closer to victory.
Oh, well, okay. Can't attack this person at all, basically. Okay, nice. So now what are we doing over here? Can I kill you? Kill? No. It's the best we got. Fuck, one of them missed. Why join fandoms when there's so many other doms? Yeah, honestly, why join a fandom when there's like femdoms? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the difference here? Like, we could just have a better life. Like, what's the problem? This is gonna crit. Fuck. We're printing fresh cringe today, everybody. The cringe is fresh today. It's flesh. Well, hopefully we don't die to one person, right? It's actually very likely that we do die to one person, isn't it? That's very unfortunate. We can heal Byleth. Hopefully Byleth doesn't die. Well, now they're attacking me. That's not good. And then now there's two people attacking me. If I go over here, and they're still attacking me, but I'll attack Lycilia. How terrible. Can I do this? Does this work? No. No, it doesn't. Hey, we run away, it doesn't work. Hey, what does the attack do when I do this? 31 times 2. 31 times 2. All these are 31 times 2. So if I bologna sauce... If I attack with bologna sauce, then it is possible... Hey, why is it now... I think the best is maybe I stand in the bush, and then I bologna sauce them. I hope that's good. We probably need to do this a different way, but... find out.
Grandfather.
Wait! I didn't... Okay, well, whatever. Well, whatever. Whatever. Literally whatever, man. It's fine. It's not fine. But it's fine. Okay. CF pass? Well, the thing is, this was pink, so I assumed that the actual range of influence got cut off here. But it's just pink because that's the last tile. So, okay, sure. Damn. How the fuck do I kill this thing? Without dying at the same time. Do I just try to go for... crits? Because if I dance... I can try and get a crit. And it will make this a lot easier. Or I could just not crit twice. Okay, well, that's the commander dead. But unfortunately, we are still dying. So now what do we do?
I'm awake.
It's like I kind of want to set up a wall with Leone, like Edelgard. But I can't get Lysithian range without getting smacked by this axe person. So basically what I'm saying is that this is terrible. Like, unplayably bad. This is abysmal. And then there's still these guys who can be handled by these people.
That should boost morale.
I guess part of the problem is that Petra is on the left-hand side of the map here, when she could almost certainly be not on the left side of the map. And then be helping me killing things. Well done. Because what I want to do is I want to set up a wall. So maybe what if I do this? And then I also put you here. This. And then do this. Does Dorothea have foul play? Yes. And we just wall here, and then see if that works. And then Ferdinand is going to get attacked by literally everybody.
Thank you.
Hopefully he doesn't die.
More fighting.
I guess I could foul play Petra to get her closer, and then Petra could maybe interact with the set of maps.
Back to the fray.
As well. Lysithea no longer has any attacks. Oh boy. It's not great. It's not good. Okay. Oh my god. So now I think what we can do is foul play not Dorothea. Petra over here. And get all of these folks involved. Lysithea with silver bow still works on flyers. You might be right. Let's see. What about training bow? What's your gambit? Resonant flames? I mean, it's possible that the gambit does something. Oh shit, maybe not. Because I already moved and traded. Fuck. Oh well. Get him! 25 damage! You said silver for a reason? Well, I didn't have a silver bow. So I wanted to try a different bow. I tried what I had available.
Keep it up.
Envoy, does it look like my Byleth can give anybody anything right now?
I may not survive.
Currently stuck in the middle of a...
We'll work together.
something. Silver bow is way better. Okay, I see. Okay, I think I actually have to use my dance on yeah, but that would require me to do that. Right? Like, I would need to have the brains to actually perform that action. What are these high expectations of knowing the game mechanics? Ridiculous.
Ready for anything.
Why the fuck is this guy so beefy?
Not so fast.
Why you got so much beef? This isn't gonna work anymore. And that's not gonna work either. Well, okay. Guess we're just gonna redo it. Okay.
I may not survive.
So, gambiting this means I do not need to deal with those two. Do I even have a silver bow in the convoy? I don't. Look at all these... Oh, wait, there's a silver bow plus. We also have a killer bow. Okay, we do have one. Thank God. This gambit seemed fine. And what I want to do is I wanted someone to be standing on this tile, but this idiot is standing here.
For the Empire.
So I can't really do that. I can do this. And bologna sauce this man. So how am I gonna get rid of the person in the bush?
I do this for all of us.
Oh, thank God. One of those crit.
Seems fun to watch.
That's funny, Panda.
More fighting.
I actually didn't know assassins had free movement through a difficult terrain. Okay, so now what am I doing? I'm getting a Tra over here. Using this.
I will prevail.
And then... Please die. Oh, thank God.
That shall do nicely.
Then what I wanted to do... Man, I need to get Lysithea on this square.
Sally
So
forth.
maybe dance this. Ah, Edelgard is getting attacked, so that doesn't really work. If I stand here and then I do this.
Your spirit is admirable. My orders? Appreciate it.
Well done.
Let's make this quick.
Ah,
Ready
shit.
for anything.
Do I have a gambit still? I do! Let's go! Thank God. Oh my God. Convoy. Or broken magic bows. Couldn't be me. When there's holy resistance with the utterly worthless terrain resistance. Oh, what does it do?
Thank you.
Understood.
Nullifies fire damage. Ah, incredibly useful. Is there any other terrains that deal damage, or no? That's crazy.
Next one's mine.
What's my strategy? I'll
This isn't a poison goop type of Fire Emblem, so no. What games have poison goop? 'Cause there were poison tiles and also, like smoke tiles in Engage, right? I had both of those tiles, I think.
Apologies.
That skill would have been great in Echoes. Lots of goop on
I shall never.
Celica's side? Goop. If only I understood. Oh my goodness. Ferdinand will be fine. He's always fine. He's always just dandy. I mean, I could run up there and M-preg him, but... I believe in Ferdinand, and surely that won't be a problem. Did you play the new Space Marine game? I did not. I probably don't have any intention to. So, funny thing, I was saying how I was playing Helldivers. I don't know when I said this, but I was spending some time actually grinding through Helldivers and trying to figure out, like, how to win at higher difficulty. I actually won a level 9 bot thing solo, which was pretty satisfying to actually achieve that. I was like, yeah, let's go, we did it. But I was experiencing symptoms of carpal tunnel. So there was like, and I guess I basically blamed part of that on holding the W key, like literally holding the W key for long gaming sessions, and I'm like, my old man bones are catching up to me. So I stopped playing. I've been off of Helldivers 2 for I think 2 weeks. Which is unfortunate because I opened it up again and I was like, maybe if I try playing controller, it will be fine. But the controller controls for Helldivers are abysmal and I hate them. And I don't know how to fix them either. Like I have no idea how to make them better. They just seem bad. Wait, so does this work? This doesn't work, right? No, of course not. So unfortunately, that also means I'm probably not going to play the Space Marine game. I've heard it is very good, though. I've heard it is quite good. It also looks really good. I don't remember who was making the comparison. I think it was, God. It was just, I don't know, the overarching point was that the animations and Space Marine are very good. They have a lot of weight. They're extremely well made, which is cool. %0 hit chance. Got him.
I'm grateful.
It's fake, always fake. Wait, what is fake? What is always fake? I'm just gonna not deal with this. Is this strike force enough? Probably. To deal with 3 idiots? Probably. The game has 2 campaigns you play simultaneously. One of them has a lot of poison swamp levels. I see. Oh, the Fire Emblem objectives? Yeah, the objective tile, it's fake. Well, I think the reason it's highlighted is so that you know what tile the commanders can't get to, but I was hoping that it was going to just... Now that we have routed 90% of the enemy, we would have been fine, but the answer is no, we were not. Nice. Fuck. Nice. Haha. Get empregged. No, we can't empreg Byleth! Fuck. Shit.
Thank you.
The rewards for this aren't even good. Well, we're doing it for XP, mostly. I say as none of my people have, like, leveled up. Wouldn't be a true route map if you didn't have 5 turns at the end with no real gameplay trying to kill some stragglers. Yep. What it is. Jeez, oh my god. This guy stinks! Remember Marianne's paralog? Are you joking? I'm going to literally nut everywhere. I'm going to uncontrollably nut in many directions. I'm gonna fucking lose it, dude. Oh my god. Man, fuck this guy in particular? What the fuck, man? Okay, holy.
It is done. Now I can be meeting my grandfather.
Oh my god. Oh, why was that map so hard, dude? God, I hate it here.
This isn't exactly, the ideal environment for a recluse, you know.
What, in the middle of the forest? I mean, it could be.
Once he's convinced, I will be returning. Professor, everyone, please be waiting here. Enemies may still be nearby.
Got it. We'll wait right here. And if anyone comes, the professor will handle it. Right, Professor?
Actual lethality proc where it kind of mattered? Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. Okay. Three things, not paralogs, battalions. Guess what? Oh, well, we'll watch the cutscene
The
first.
vegetation around here is pretty different from the kinds we usually see. It may be no good for a recluse, but the forest does have its own charms, doesn't it?
I don't think I'm surprised about this. I think we knew Bernadetta liked plants, but
Sure do.
Ferdinand was not
Especially the
MVP.
carnivorous ones.
What the fuck?
Yes, they just sit there nice and still and wait for their dinner to come to them. And they all look so unique, too.
I was trying to press the not auto skip one, but Bernie is a carnivorous plant. Today I learned. I fucking love Pilot's face. Concerned. Very concerned.
What? Don't you think so? Oh, look! Petra's back!
Who wants to work for food?
Sorry to be making you wait.
Oh
have
my
spoken with him.
goodness.
It's been a long time since you've seen your grandfather, huh?
So based,
How'd it go?
Bernadetta.
As is usual, my grandfather was well and strong. He was saying that he will be supporting us and giving us troops.
That's great! So we did it?
We did. You have my thanks. Ever since we were losing the war to the Empire, Bridget has been viewed as a vassal state. But with Fodlan at war, it is a chance for Bridget to be changing our situation. Our cooperation today is part of that chance. Bridget is wanting equality with Fodlan. We will be working hard to make this happen.
Huh.
Bernie, what is it you are feeling?
Go
You're
home.
Amazing, Petra.
Oh, okay. I was like,
You ain't
go
always
home and become a
self-reliant,
carnivorous
Petra.
plant.
You worked hard for your homeland and you achieved your goal. I'm always focused on my own problems and I barely ever get anywhere.
That is not the truth. You were fighting hard for me. You came here to be helping everyone. You were not thinking only of yourself. I am never doubting that you are working hard. We will be working together to keep moving forward to the future.
You really mean it? That's so nice!
And you were telling me about your interest in foreign vegetation. That is one reason why I wanted to be bringing you here. Did it make you happy?
It did! It was really exciting. I've got so many drawings I need to do before we head back. I might even have enough to make into a book. Yeah, I should do that. Want to help, Professor?
Bernie actually being... Bernie actually touching grass. That's crazy. Enjoying touching grass? That's insane. Guess what, everybody? It has been over 2 hours, which means that it is time for us to say goodbye. Do you know what that means tomorrow is going to be? It's going to be hell. Part 2. Because we're not doing Legend of the Lake for sure. Unless you guys are okay with me doing it off stream, but probably not. I think I want to come back to it and kick its ass. Hell. Hell Part 2 tomorrow. Who's ready? Oh my god. It's just... Surely tomorrow we can finally escape the misery that is the fucking paralogs. Like, oh my god. Kick turtle ass. What, as I'm being permitted to kick its ass off stream? I don't know, because there's assumably going to be dialogue and stuff, right? Like, I don't really want to miss it. I don't know, maybe I'll just, like, do that. Just do this off stream. Because we also have supports probably to do. Like, we have... What, do we have any supports? We do, right? Well, I guess we only have a few. Oh, there's like everyone like has a few supports. As I died, I rejoiced. I would see my family again, but then I woke up back on the battlefield, back in Paralogs, back in hell. Yep. Yes. Yes. More Paralog hell tomorrow. So we will probably have enough time tomorrow to do another map. Or fail another map. Probably. I'm actually tempted to... We can watch the cutscene together, and then I can start the map. Right? Like, I can do it, I can explore it a little bit. Yomiji, who bars the way, is the card I'm referencing, by the way. That's so fucking metal. Who bars the way. Damn. That's so fucking metal. This card is terrible, though. Oh, old magic. Oh, old magic. So bad. That's fucking awesome, though. Okay. So, yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, we're gonna still be in hell. We've been stuck in hell for, like, three years. 3 whole weeks of years. Oji Kamigawa. Yeah, I'm sad I didn't concurrently... Like, I wasn't playing at that time, so... That... Sounds like it was a good time. Okay. So, if you're still here, hey, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support, as always. And I will see you next time. I don't really know if I need to make this disclaimer, but I did really mean it when I said, like, hey, you know, like what you like, do what you do. I don't actually have a problem with that. Just don't... Sometimes people can afford to be a little less cringe. Sometimes people can be a little more cringe, actually, too. That's fine as well. I felt the need to say it, because I think it's important. But yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Tomorrow, back in hell.